New video coming in today of Iran test firing those short-range missiles. The Iranian military not saying whether this new weapon has the capability to carry a nuclear warhead. And in an early reply to the UN Security Council, Iran saying resolutely it is not going to suspend its uranium enrichment program, and it denies that it is seeking nuclear bombs. The official reply expected Tuesday, August 22nd. That is a significant date on the Muslim calendar. And joining us now for more on all this from Jacksonville, Florida, Joel Rosenberg, the author of The Last Jihad, as well as his latest book, The Copper Scroll. Joel, welcome.
Good to see you, Alex.
What is the big deal about August 22nd? Why is this so significant?
Well, this is the concern that the president of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, says he's going to respond to the world over its nuclear weapons program on the 22nd. What's significant about the 22nd, it's the date within Islam that Muslims, particularly radical Muslims, sort of commemorate Muhammad's supposed night flight from Saudi Arabia to Jerusalem to heaven and then back. This is the day that radical Islam kind of longs to liberate Jerusalem and liquidate the Jewish people. And the convergence of those two dates is what's got some Middle East scholars worried that a cataclysmic attack against Israel and Israel's allies, possibly the United States, Great Britain, could come on the 22nd. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, but I am very concerned about where Iran's nuclear program is going.
And I know, Joel, that you believe that they have ballistic missiles that are capable of reaching about a 2,000-mile distance, which means, say, for example, England, that could be within the target there. How concerned should the Western world be overall about this? I mean, you're saying the date not so much, but what Iran is capable of.
Yeah, it's the ideology of Iran's president, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. He is saying that he believes the end of the world is rapidly approaching, and that the way to hasten the coming of the Islamic Messiah is to launch a global jihad. First to destroy Israel, the little Satan in Iran's view, and then the United States, the great Satan. That's the concern. They have these long-range missiles. They can reach Israel. They can reach NATO. They can almost reach London. And they are working feverishly to get nuclear weapons. That's the problem, because once they've got them, the president of Iran believes it's his religious duty to bring about the end of the world.
So, well, what about the UN? Because, Joel, the UN's promised to open up trade and give some technical concessions in return for halting the program. What more could the UN do to bait them with?
Well, you know, I write about this in the Ezekiel option, the Copper Scroll, fictionally. The UN is not going to do anything to stop Israel. Look, the French just wrote a resolution to solve, quote unquote, this Israeli-Hezbollah problem. We'll send in UN peacekeepers. The French themselves aren't even sending hardly any troops in. Only 400 troops out of the 15,000 that are needed. The UN is not the answer. Ultimately, and the problem is that Russia is selling $1 billion worth of missiles and arms to Iran. Iran is building the arsenal and the alliance to bring about an apocalyptic religious view that they have. And I think only the United States can stop them.
Okay. Joel, step by step here, what do you think that the UN, and for that matter the U.S., response will be if and when Iran gives its formal no to suspending its nuclear program?
I think the UN will do nothing, which is what I write about not fictionally in these novels, The Copper Scroll, The Ezekiel Option. But in real life, I think the question is whether President Bush uses these next few months and really the last 2 years of his administration to make a decision. Is he going to take out Iran's threat? There is very little political capital in his piggy bank left to take military action, and that's the danger. Iran is a serious threat, and it's getting worse day by day.
Okay, Joel Rosenberg, some sobering thoughts. Thanks for sharing them with us.
My pleasure.